Visit Sailrite.com for all your project supplies, tools, and instructions.
Hi, I'm Eric Grant from Sailrite. In this short tutorial video, we're going to demonstrate using the Dot die sets for self-piercing grommets. These die sets from Dot are designed for the M200 electric foot press or the M380E, which is their bench mount press, but they also work great in the HandyPress. These dies are a West Coast style die, meaning it has a shaft size of 9.5 millimeters for both the lower and the upper die. But Dot makes a lot of dies and they all work in the HandyPress.
Before we get started, you need to know that the HandyPress may just be the best hand press ever made. Besides the fact that it takes almost any brand die set made for any brand hand press, it has some major advantages that other hand presses don't even come close to matching. I highly recommend you watch the demo video showing the amazing features of the HandyPress. To see it, click the link in the description or in the upper right hand corner of this video. It's now time to demonstrate installing self-piercing grommets using Dot die sets. Remove the thumb screw from its keeper on the side of the HandyPress and install it in the bottom shaft. You'll notice two holes. Both can be used, but it's typically best to use the upper hole for these dies. Thread the thumb screw into that hole by just twisting it a few threads. Don't tighten it down all the way. The upper die for these self-piercing grommets has a rubber O-ring on the outside. That is the one we'll insert in the bottom of the shaft, then tighten down the thumb screw. For the lower die, we need to use the adapter. There are two adapters. This one has a smaller hole. That's for the 9.5 millimeter shaft, or what's called the West Coast die. Insert the lower die into that adapter and then thread the thumb screw down, securing both the adapter and the die in place. Lower the lever of the HandyPress all the way down. Your goal here is to have the two metal portions of the die come in contact with each other. To do this, you can simply rotate the shaft to the left or the right. We want to lower the shaft here, so we're rotating it to the left. Lower the lever again and check to see if the dies are coming in contact with each other. Just a little bit more downward, it looks like. This is one of the great features of the HandyPress. You can raise or lower the upper shaft so you get that sweet compression. So it's easy to pull the hand lever down and set whatever fastener or hardware you're installing. When the dies are finally touching each other, make sure the lever is horizontal or slightly downwards, as seen here. Now we're ready to load the dies. We're going to install the male portion of the self-piercing grommet in the upper die. The O-ring on the outside will hold the male portion of the grommet in the upper die. The female portion of this grommet has a concave and convex side. We want the concave side to be facing up, and we place it on the lower die. Now we're ready to take our fabric assembly. This is 3 layers of a Sattler marine grade fabric, and we're going to depress the lever of the HandyPress and set that self-piercing grommet in this hem. This die set punches the hole and sets the grommet all with one depress of the hand lever. Here's the top side, it looks great, and here's the bottom side. It too also looks great. If you feel like you need more pressure, you simply rotate the upper shaft up or down for more or less compression. Look how easy it is because we have that sweet spot to depress the lever and punch the hole in the fabric assembly and set this grommet. After setting several grommets, residue can build up on the lower die. Use a clean, dry rag to clean it. Excess residue on the lower die can cause the underside of the grommet to not press as neatly. Here we are installing the self-piercing grommet in 2 layers of an 18-ounce vinyl material called Sailrite. It too works beautifully, and the installation is gorgeous. Here's a look at the upper die. Notice there's no port to clean out the excess fabric. It has been designed so that the fabric simply falls out of the die as you continue to use it. You may want to consider for accuracy the optional accessory called the HandyPress sliding backstop for use with lower dies, and even the HandyPress ruler that's attached to it. Those are sold separately. To use it, remove the lower dies and slide it onto the base of the HandyPress. Then install your lower dies again. With this accessory, now we can take our fabric assembly and place it against the backstop so that we can install our grommet or other fastener exactly the same distance from the hemmed edge of our fabric assembly. Once you have the appropriate spot, lock it in place with a thumb screw on the side. Now we're ready to load the dies with our grommet and set our grommets. We can also use the ruler, which is also sold separately. And now we can position fasteners or grommets in this situation up to 12 inches away from the last one installed. And now you have perfect placement of your grommet or other fastener. The HandyPress will also work with multiple other brands and types of dies. We hope this video has been helpful. Check out our website to find out what other types and brands of dies will work with the HandyPress.